there's so much to view in your channel and so much to look at your music and listen to it. And I was having a lot of fun because it's not every time you listen to, as adults, you're listening to children's music, right?
Right.
So you've
Yeah.
nearly spent like what a decade as a elementary school music teacher before becoming a
Yeah.
full time children's
Yeah.
artist. So wow. So was there a moment when you knew it was time to take that leap?
To be a children's musician? Take that
Yeah.
leap, you mean? Yeah, oh my goodness. Honestly, it wasn't just like I jumped in, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely took time doing it. Something that, like, progressively happened, like, I was making music, but I was full-time teaching, and it was during the pandemic, so it was a really weird time. It was like, I had a lot of free time, like, I went to work, and, like, where I'm from in Montreal, like, a lot of schools weren't even in session. They weren't, like, allowed to, but I worked at a special needs school for
Oh,
children, yeah, who, are hearing impaired, so they're deaf, and they had, hearing aids and cochlear implants. They could hear really, really well, but it was a special needs school, so, I had to be there in person all the time. So, I was
okay.
there all the time. I was working, and then when I wasn't working, I had all this free time, and I always wanted to make children's music because to be honest, I was just kind of tired of hearing everybody else's music, children's music, and I was like, oh, I want to make something. I would want a topic or something, and I couldn't find a good song, so I would write one. And then I guess the pandemic motivated me to be like, hey, you should write your own
Okay.
songs. So I just started writing all my own songs, and it developed really organically. And by the time the pandemic was like, there weren't lockdowns. I was allowed to like perform for children. I started doing it, and it just kind of progressed from there. And
That's
then one
amazing.
day I just couldn't do both anymore. I just couldn't. I was either going to be a full-time teacher or I was going to do children's music. And I had to make a decision. So that's kind of how it
Was that
happened.
hard to leave the teaching?
It
Yeah.
was, yeah, it was. I mean, I always had a performer, like, a bug, I guess. I played
Right,
music
right.
as an adult, and I always loved I've been passionate about music for the longest time. So I always, like, deep down wanted to do that. So, but when it came time to actually make that leap, it was really, really hard because I loved the school I was at, and I loved the students, and, yeah, I was very passionate about it. And it was not an easy decision, but I also just didn't wanna do half and half. I didn't wanna be there 'cause that was an option. I could have maybe done less teaching, and I just didn't wanna do that. I didn't wanna be like, "Oh, my mind and my heart are somewhere else." That's not really fair to the kids, so I was like, I gotta make that leap."
Decision though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, tough decision
Yeah.
though, right? Would you say
Yeah,
so?
it's so hard. It was so hard, and I even went back and visited. Well, I still go back and visit that school. I love it. It was such an amazing. It was besides my current job, it was my favorite job.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you
It's
know,
amazing you say that, because I've
yeah,
known a lot of people, including myself, and it's like it's so hard to sometimes, yeah, but I'm doing this, I've built a career around this, and I'm doing this, and it's so hard
yeah.
to let go of that to pursue it. It takes a lot of guts. I think it's amazing.
Thank you, thank you. I just felt like I don't know. I just felt it would. Yeah, I didn't feel like I had guts doing it. I'll be honest. I was just. It was a lot of guilt too. I was like, "Ah, I'm leaving them," and they were. They were. I mean, they were happy for me, but they were also like sad I wasn't coming back, and so yeah, it was. It was emotional. It was not easy.
Of course, of course.
I don't regret it, but it was not easy.
Wow.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's really, really great. I mean,
yeah,
you have worked with children for your entire adult
yeah,
life. So,
yeah.
what do these kids teach you about the honesty that we adults often forget?
Ah, you're
Uh,
yeah. They are so honest. Kids are extremely honest.
uh,
Um, which like gets them into trouble sometimes because they don't know when they're being offensive or when you're not supposed to say that. So like we're teaching them that we're giving them the rules to be like, okay, maybe you can't, you might hurt someone's feelings, but I love how honest they are. I love how honest they are, and I appreciate it because They don't play games. They're not really manipulative. They try, but they're not. They're too honest. You can see it in their eyes. You know that they're trying to lie and not pulling it off.
Can you share some incidents or anything when they told you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Tons. I mean, that's why I love performing for kids and writing music for kids, because they'll tell you if a song doesn't work. They'll like adults will politely be like, yeah, it was good. It was fine,
Yeah, yeah.
like you did a good job, and then they don't want to say it. But kids will be like, I didn't really like that song. That was not like one kid actually told me, I was like, you're not one of your best. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. That's like, thank you for telling me. Like, you know,
That's
it
good.
didn't even hurt my feelings. I was like, you know what? I think you're right. So, yeah,
No, that's true though. I mean, I remember, uh, you know, a kid telling me once, this is from the family, um,
yeah,
like, yeah, I don't like your voice in this. I'm like, okay.
yeah, yeah. You
But
can't even get mad at
but the
them.
saving
Yeah.
grace was it was better in the other one. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. Oh, that's nice though. They gave you like another.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
sandwiched
they
it.
had a favorite song of mine, so they were like, I don't
Oh,
like
okay.
this one, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. That's true. Like that kid also was like, I like this song better. Like
yeah, yeah,
they'll at
yeah.
least give you another one. They're like, oh, I really love this. If they don't have another one, you're in trouble though. They're like, don't like anything you do. That's ooh. Um, yeah, they're just. I have so many more stories. I mean, I used to get haircuts based on if like because my hair would get long after a while. I have hair under here, believe it or not,
Yeah,
and my hair would get long,
Mm.
and it doesn't look good long. I don't have hair that looks good long. It just doesn't work
yeah.
on me. And I would always know when it was time when a kid would come up to me and be like, "You need a haircut. You just need, you need a haircut. You need." Ugh, so many. I have so many. I could go on forever. Like even
No,
like I shaved once. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of this, and they were like, "You look like you're 10. You look, you look like a baby." Yeah, I love them.
oh my god, it's so
I love them.
that's hilarious. I mean, yeah, kids. I've said this in our other podcast too. Like, I used to be a college professor for a very long time, and
Wow.
but
Yeah.
I was teaching adults, right? So
Yeah.
it's different than what you're telling. It's very
Yeah.
different.
I think it is. I have a friend who teaches adults too, and I feel like there are some similarities. Like adults maybe not as honest, but I
Yeah,
feel like teaching. I don't know. I think there's always similarities between who you teach too,
of
as well.
course,
Like
of course, of
yeah.
course. Like
So
I've taught everyone from 18 and above, pretty
oh my
much.
goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think that's amazing because I couldn't do that. Like I taught high school for a while, and that was already like it was not good. Just I don't know why.
Yeah, it
So
comes with its, yeah,
yeah,
it's depends on the situation,
yeah,
the class you're teaching, the school you're in,
for
whatnot.
sure. I mean, and you get to, which is nice. You get to like have conversations with them too, which
Right,
is really
right.
really nice. Kids,
Yeah.
you do, but not you not always. Sometimes it's one sided, and but
You know, you
yeah.
Shani, you're such a playful and energetic person. I mean, we can see that, and
Thank
your
you. Yeah,
music is kind of, your
I
music
can't turn
kind
it
of
off.
reflects that. It's playful and energetic, but it's also kind of intentional, right? I mean, so where does inspiration usually come from? Is it the classroom, real moments with kids, or is it your own inner child?
Wow, that's a great question. Honestly, it's all three. At one time, I may have said one of those, but it's changing all the time too. I'm figuring it out as I go. Every like new project I find is a different approach too, if that makes sense. Like the first album I did was all because I was a teacher and I couldn't find songs on a certain subjects or topics that I thought were good. I was like, I don't this doesn't work for me, so I would make up my own. So that's really how the inspiration was being in a classroom. And it was like a need. I just needed to have these kind of songs. And so I made them up myself. Um but then yeah, and then the second project it was just I was performing more with kids and so I was more inspired by them directly like, "Oh, like I don't know, can we have a song about this? And I'm like, oh, cool. You're giving me ideas. This is great. And then recently I've been more like doing songs about my inner kid. I've been like examining more of what I was like as a kid and what I would love. Um, and yeah, I think I'm just trying to examine that.
What were you as a kid? I would love to know. I mean, like, were
I'm
you
not too different. Not too different. I'm still a big goofy kid.
were you into
uh,
music? Were you into music and everything
that's the
as
funny
a
thing.
kid?
Not into like playing music like that.
Okay,
I didn't grow up in I had uncles and like a grandfather who was musical, but my immediate family was not musical at all.
not
Like
musical at all.
at all. None of them play instruments. My brother's a pretty good singer, but he's like, it's not a hobby. He's just pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I didn't grow up around it. But my mom loves listening to music. Like she's a huge music fan, not a musician, but loves music. So there was always music playing in the house. So I always loved listening to music, and I still do. Like I love all sorts of music, and I really I really appreciate my mom did that. My mom was very into all sorts of music, and she would expose me to everything and anything. So
That's
I
good.
really thank her for that. But in terms of instruments, I didn't start till I was way later. I was like 15 before I ever picked up an instrument, which I don't regret it. A part of me regrets it, but you know, it just
No,
wasn't something
no,
I
that's no.
knew at the time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
amazing.
I had to find it on my own. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I was just asking from which
Yeah.
instrument your musical journey has started.
Good question. Guitar. I started on the guitar, like a lot of people. Yeah. I wish I had started on the ukulele actually.
Really?
I learned the ukulele later and I just thought this is so much easier. Why didn't I just do this? Like it's just way more forgiving and like it's anyway. But I didn't want to start guitar. I actually wanted to be a drummer. I really wanted to be a drummer. But my mom was like, "No. We don't want drums in the house." They didn't even have electric drums yet.
Yeah.
I'm feeling old, but they didn't even have I think they did, but you didn't buy them for your home. Like I think they were
Yeah.
really expensive
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll try the guitar. And
Wow.
that's it. And I didn't even think of singing either. Like I just didn't even think that was something I would do ever.
Mm,
But
Wow.
um that came from like songwriting. I just started playing guitar and I was like, I don't know, I'm not like a soloist. I'm not disciplined enough, but I started just coming up with progressions and songs and I was like, well, no one wants to sing them, so I'm going to try.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
where yeah, that's how it came.
Wow.
Yeah.
Since you have just said about
Yeah.
the topic songwriting, so when you
Yeah.
are writing a song,
Mhm.
which sometimes meant to spark a movement, and your songs are which I have heard during the voting period of the Grammy, they are very
Yeah.
joyful and
Oh, thank you.
emotional.
Yeah.
So, how does this creative process of yours actually looks like from you can say start
Oh,
to finish?
I think it's different now, but I mean, usually it's just like I don't want to say it's a spark or something, but I know that's cheesy, but that's what it kind of is though. It's like I'll get like usually it'd be a lyric or a melody,
Mhm.
and then I would just get like obsessed with it. Like I'll get like very hyper focused on it, and I'll just keep going with it until it resolves itself. Like it's almost that sounds painful, but it's not. It's just like it's almost an addictive trait. It's like I need to know what I need to get like the bones of this song down, and then like I can work on everything else after. And
Uh-huh.
that's mostly how it's happened. And yeah, most of the time that's it. I don't. It's not as intentional. It just kind of comes out. And but lately it's been more. I've been setting time aside, and I find that's working for me. Like I'll be like, I'm going to take an hour to just see what happens. Just mess around, play, create, see what happens. Nothing happens and nothing happens. But yeah. So I don't know if that answered the question, but yeah,
No, no, no. That's
And
very
you the whole creative process, like Suraj was asking you. So,
yeah.
I was watching your YouTube and everything. So that's you as well, the whole videos and everything. So it's a one-man show?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I've had people help me over time. I shouldn't say all of them. Some of them, a friend of mine, producer friend of mine, also has like a background in video
Gotcha,
editing
gotcha.
and like direction is too. So some of them, and he has a green screen, and I don't have a green screen set up. I wish I did, but I don't. So he directs some of them and edits a lot of them. Some of them I just do on my own. The bigger ones, bigger the ones like music video type ones, those are the ones I usually collaborate with him, and
Yeah,
uh, and that's it. And like the early ones, really old ones, were all me, or like my wife, or my like friends, or whoever. I would just rope them in.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I like to edit, so sometimes I'll just edit them. But like he's much better at
Just
directing,
doing
and
all that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, he's and lighting. He's just a wizard with that stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You know, I think we may already have touched on this, but I would love to know more. You talked about, children, how they tell you, right away. But, you've performed for adults too, right? In the
yes, yeah,
past
I
or
have. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't for
So
a while now, but yeah, I have.
okay. So
Yeah.
it's so different, right? When you're performing for
Hmm.
adults versus when you're performing
Yes.
for children. So it's so different. So tell us, like, and like I said, you probably touched on this before, but what's it like? Imagine like one of your shows. What's it like being in front of that audience, like the kids,
Yeah.
that responds instantly without filters?
Yeah. I actually love it. I think I love kids audiences more, to be honest. If I'm being 100%, I not that I don't mind playing for adult. It's just like, yeah, it's instant like validation. I guess it's like immediate, like you know if it's working or not, and you know if it's not working. And when they really like something, they really like it. Sometimes they'll want to hear it again, which is really funny. Like an adult, it's like it's an encore, right? But the kids, it's like if you really like a song, right afterwards, they're gonna be like, "Can we play it again?" And I'm like, "Well, we have other songs to do, but,
And is this
but
is
yeah."
this normally you're playing songs for them? Obviously, songs they've heard, but is it also like,
Mhm.
hey, I wrote this new song and check it out? And it's a lot of times new songs, new tunes they haven't heard, and they like hearing it on the spot.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I try and I mean, when I was first starting, they were all new songs. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, of
don't know
course.
how thinking back, I don't even know how I was brave enough to do that. Uh, but now I know the ones that work. So I always have like the
Okay.
same ones, and like, or I rotate them out, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna like add one in there, because if I add too many new ones and they have no idea, they're gonna be like, what? what are, what are you doing? So, um, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very interesting, children's music. Uh, in our previous show, we also interviewed Mr. Jeff.
I was gonna say I saw that on Instagram, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, and
today,
he,
actually,
he
and I
does
was
the
like,
same
I know
thing with
Mr.
you.
Jeff. He's a friend of mine. That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
So it's so amazing, especially for me and even Suraj. I think I can, if I may speak for you over
Yeah,
here, but
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because we've never done like it's so different. You don't meet people all the time who
Yeah.
are doing this. It's
Right.
it's
Yeah.
amazing that you guys are doing it. So I'm just kind of even wondering, in your case, like where are these shows happening? Where are you playing normally?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of all over. Like I'll play at daycares, I'll play at schools, I'll play at libraries. I've done birthday parties, which are really fun. I've done I've done these like parent, like infant groups, which they're not really performances. It's like just exposing like toddlers to music, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Really surreal at first, because there's it's not like performing for anyone usually, because babies are not gonna like clap or like tell you how good that was. You pick up on it. They have like, you can see it in their eyes, which is really interesting.
yeah,
What else? Sorry, I was on a tangent there, but yeah, I'll play like public shows. Sometimes festivals will have you. They'll be like, oh, there's a kids component, which I think is great. I think more festivals should do that, honestly. But a lot do, some don't. So yeah, I play all over, all sorts of like smaller venues, sometimes bigger ones. Yeah, it's pretty varied. and you get a lot of opportunities because of that. That's why I'm doing it full time. Is there's always like a school or somewhere to go to, and at this point, I have my regulars too. I have people that are like, oh, can you come back here, and you want to come back here, and like so
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
it's yeah, it's really consistent. That's what I like about it. It's you can constantly be doing it and constantly be getting better at it. And the big ones you don't get all the time, but unless you like purposely do like a tour and you go to different places and set it up that way. Um but it's always good. It doesn't matter even if it's a smaller one as 10 kids, it's still
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I was actually when we talked with Mr. Jeff,
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
telling him also, and I personally feel from my heart that all of you guys, like you, Mr. Jeff, then there is another friend of mine from a Grammy circle only. They are the duos,
Yeah.
duo, uh,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and Ray. If you
Yes,
know,
yeah.
yeah,
I've never had the chance to meet them, but
uh,
they seem like the nicest people.
yeah.
So, and I
So
love their music.
I feel
Yeah.
you guys are very lucky because when we are child, we
Yeah.
think about being an adult, and when we
Yeah,
become
that's true.
adult, we
Yeah,
feel we wants to become a child again.
that's
So
true. Yeah,
I can
it's
say
true.
with you guys who are performing
Yeah.
and creating a children's music, you are actually living both of
You're
best
living
of
the
the both worlds.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is true. Yeah, you get to be a goofy kid. It's really
yeah,
fun. And like I like naturally just kind of like that. Like
yeah,
I'm a little more toned down, but it's more heightened with children, but I'm already naturally like that. And like any job I had, it was always like, okay, like you're a
yeah,
little goofy. Can you like
yeah.
so
And
with kids, it's like, oh, this is my job. I'm actually supposed to be goofy. I'm supposed to act like a big kid. And
yeah,
it's really it's liberating. They
yeah.
keep you young too. It's nice.
Yeah, literally. What it can be
Yeah.
better than your inner children is living its dream of being an adult, and you are
Yeah,
adult, you are
that's true.
living a dream of being children also.
That's true. Yeah. I get to be a goofy kid and then I get to go drive a car, which young me would be like, whoa, you're driving a car.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Super, super.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. You're right.
amazing
It's
that
pretty
you
great.
guys, especially Shani, what you were just telling us, like so many people call you for all these shows and you're going and
Yeah.
every show is different than the other. I mean, I think it's also a thing of being, I'm sure you feel somewhere down there like you're so blessed to kind of be able to um, have the opportunity to do that, right? And
Yeah.
share at the same time, share your inner, craft and everything with kids and get that appreciation.
Yeah, no, it's really it's the best. Like you can get bogged down by
Yeah,
like business stuff and other
of course.
adult
Of
stuff.
course.
It's usually the
Yeah.
adult stuff that actually kind of will bog you down. But yeah, no, I do feel grateful. I'm lucky. I get to perform more than I probably ever performed as an adult. Like more than ever. And yeah, when they love you, I don't know, it feels it's like heartwarming. It's nice, and seeing kids happy is just like the best. It's the best thing, and like it's nothing better than that. Really, it's just seeing kids happy. So if you're making kids happy, it's not a bad life to live. I can say,
You know,
you know.
you
So
guys are really living a best life in all of our
yeah,
musician circle. I can say that.
yeah. I mean, there's things that happen, and it's not always an easy job. It is
Mhm.
hard work. I mean, it's tiring for sure. Because as much as you're an inner kid, kids just have more energy than you do, and it's never,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can keep up with them for a long time, but they like they can just keep going. They don't stop,
Wow.
and like yeah, that's the only time it's hard is like if like outside if I'm like tired or I'm just getting over being sick, that can be tricky. You're like, oh,
Mm.
I gotta push through. Are they gonna see through my
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
my like I'm But they can also lift you up too. You're like, I don't know how good I'm feeling, and then you go and it feels amazing, and you kind of forget that you were
Right.
maybe not in a good mood or you were in a good place, and you forget about it. I don't know, it keeps you really present. It's the
Hmm.
best. Whereas adult music, like I didn't always feel that. I loved adult music. I felt present doing it. But sometimes it would be like, I don't know if this is going well. Like, I have no idea. Like, yeah, you kind of, I always second guess myself. I was like, I don't know if people like this. I have no idea. I can't read them. But kids they're just easy to read. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're just so genuine.
Super.
you know.
Super,
Yeah.
super, Shani. Shani,
Yeah.
moving ahead, the
Sure.
thing
Yeah.
which we are talking about, the songwriting. It's like
Yes. Yeah.
Sandeep is a singer-songwriter also. You are writing in a children's genre.
Yeah.
I am writing in a more neoclassical world. So, being a creative person, it often comes with its setbacks. Like
Yeah.
it comes with the creativity that we usually sometimes doubt ourselves. There are so many disappointments comes with along the way. So,
hmm
in your journey, what kinds of these doubts, disappointments you have met with, and like how you kept on going ahead?
It's honestly an ongoing process.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, I figured it out. I'm like, I'm the one creative person who never has. No, I have self doubt too.
Mhm.
Like, and it's yeah, and like deep. I don't know. You sometimes it's like it's ridiculous, but you're right. It just comes with the territory. I don't know what it is. Even if kids like love you and they're showing how much you like, you could still have so much self doubt, and I do. I have it a lot. Like, and it just comes on. Like, it can come out of nowhere, and
Mhm.
it's not easy to get past it sometimes. I've never gotten to the point where I was like, I'm gonna walk away from this. It hasn't gotten to that point. But I mean, I've had writer's block once. That was the worst. I just like I was like, I don't know if I have any more new ideas. I don't know what to do. I got really in my head. Um, and that was early on. That was like the first year I started doing this. And I also didn't know a lot of children's musicians. I was very, like, isolated. I didn't really like, I didn't know Mr. Jeff. I didn't know who he was. And I didn't know any of them, so I felt, like, kind of alone with it, and I was like, "I have no idea if I'm doing well. I don't know if I'm doing I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is good or bad or I have no idea." And, I had writer's block, and then, like, I don't know, I got, like, very I was a little depressed, to be honest. I was in a weird funk, really weird funk
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
for like 4 months. Like, it was really long, and I didn't think I was gonna get out of it, I can be honest. And then I joined this thing called the Children's Music Network, which is based in the States, I think. I mean, I don't know. I should know where it's based out of, but I've never like there's conferences every year, and I try and go, but um, and I joined them to
Mhm.
like do some workshops and see what it was all about. And it changed everything. Changed everything. Like, I saw things that I was doing right. I was like, oh, I was doing this. This is good. And then I saw things I was not doing, and I was like, oh, that's inspiring. I can do that. And I changed. If I hadn't done that, I don't know. I might have not. I might have walked away
So,
early. I have no idea.
so in terms of on the Children's Music Network, can you elaborate on that? Is it in terms of the programming that you saw there, like what they were doing versus, like, can you tell us more?
Yeah, I mean, it was the people. It was the people. It was the programming. It was what they were saying. It was how inspiring they were. How nice they were. I like children musicians are like the nicest people on
Mhm.
on planet Earth, and they all just want the best for you. They're not like there's no ulterior motive. They're happy you're doing it. Like, if you have an interest, they're like, wow, that's cool, because not everyone does, and it's pretty niche. So they're very encouraging, and like they'll reach out. And I'm trying to remember all the workshops I took, but there was a lot of like songwriting workshops, and they would share songs, and I was like, oh, my songs aren't that bad. They're pretty close. This isn't that, you know. And then other times I was like, wow, that's amazing. I would have never thought to have done that. And honestly, it was just the people too. The people are just I saw like a lot of myself in them, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm on the right path here. And changed everything for me. It really did. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. But
Yeah.
I'm sure we both hear you when you say when you hit writer's block when you're trying to do
Yeah.
something and you're like,
Yeah.
am I even like what am I doing? Are my
Yeah.
ideas like all over? Like, can I even do
Yeah.
this? And you get into so
Yeah.
many of these thoughts in your head, and
Yeah, it's scary. It's not yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you guys have experienced similar
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
I'm
So that
sure
you
it's
have, right? I have, I know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Many times.
it's weird, and you're like, "Oh, did I lose it? Is it gone? Did I ever have it?" You're like, it's the
Yeah.
worst. It's absolutely the worst. Um, yeah, that
Crazy,
was one
crazy.
time, and yeah, most of the time it'll come and go. I'll be like, I don't know if I can do this, and then I'll perform. I'll be like, oh yeah, I guess that was good. I guess I was wrong. You know how it is. Your brain just plays tricks on you. It doesn't,
Hey,
But
talking
I think it's
about
part of it. I think it's a good thing too, in a
yeah,
way. So
Shani, talking
yeah,
about your album,
yeah,
Go Go Stop.
yeah,
That one received a Mom's Choice Award, and led to a tour across
yeah, yeah,
Quebec and Ontario, right?
yeah. I did
And
Quebec on.
how
Yeah,
did that recognition and connection with live audiences shape your confidence as an artist? And if you could tell us, our viewers too, what's the Mom Choice Award is as well.
sure. Okay, I'll do the second part first, if that
Okay,
makes sense.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, performing for like other audiences in other towns that I'd never been to, um, was like a big thing. Because even around then, I was having some self doubt around that time too. I was like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what it was about, to be honest. I can't even. It was, same old, same old. And I went, and uh, it, I don't know, yeah, it gave me a lot more confidence because I realized that I had been like kind of playing a lot of the same places,
Hmm.
and that's great because you can build rapport and you can feel confident to like try some things. But the problem with it is like you don't need to impress anyone anymore. Like they love you, and you can kind of get, I don't know, I don't want to say like uh, lethargic. I don't, that's not the right word, but you kind of get, you don't challenge yourself. You're not being challenged as much. So going to other towns, they didn't know me, so like I had to impress them within like 5 minutes, and it's so scary, it's so intimidating. But it was exciting. It was like a high. I was like, oh my gosh, they don't know me. There's like, because in Montreal now, it's a good thing, but I've been doing it for so many years that I'll often go to things and I'll see a family I know at this point and be like, oh, I know them, and they'll be into it, and then people will see they're into it, and it's easier to catch on. But I didn't know anybody, so they don't know who I am. They have no agenda at all. Like they're just there to see what this guy's gonna do. And then every time, I wouldn't say every day. There was one gig didn't go well, and it's not like it didn't go as well as I thought it would, but it was like an outside factor. It was a heat wave, and the AC broke down, and all the kids were like dying of heat. It was like not pleasant for anybody. It was I don't think it was because of me. It was just like, oh, we got to get through this. Um, but the other shows were just like, I don't know, they responded really well within a few minutes, and they were, by the end, we were like, I don't know, we were all connected, we were having a great time. They were fully on board. So it just like built my confidence that it's like, oh, it's not a Montreal thing. Maybe I can reach other people too.
Other
You know?
places, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was amazing. It was amazing to see. Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool. And can you tell us about
Yes.
for our
Sorry.
audiences about the Mom's Choice Award too? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're like an organization. And yeah, they like award, what's the right word? They award content that they think is suitable for families and suitable to promote on their website and their like clientele. And so yeah, it's they were really, really nice. They actually reached out to me. They were like, "Hey, you should apply for this." It's like, because I mean, I didn't know anything about this kind of stuff. Like, I know what the Grammys are, obviously, but
Hey, yeah.
there's like all these other award bodies, smaller award bodies that I didn't know anything about. And I hired a publicist for this second album. The first album was just, I was just putting it out there. But I had a publicist, and she was like, "Here, apply to all these places." And one of them was the Mom's Choice Awards. And I don't know, I liked what they were offering. They were really nice. And they were like, "You should try and apply. We'll see what happens." And I was like, "Okay, sure." I didn't expect anything. I didn't hear anything back. And then one day they were like, "Yeah, we think we love your album. We would love to have it promoted on the website. And we would love to give you like this seal of approval that we
Nice.
think this is good enough for families to listen to, which is great. That's all I want anyway. You know, if more families can listen to it, then the better.
Reaches more
That's
people. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. Like awards are amazing, but like it's about reaching people in the end.
Hmm.
So I like that aspect. I would like that they're like, yes, we have this community and we want to like show your music to this community. I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. So I
Yeah.
was happy to get it. Happy to be part of it. Yeah.
No, it, as you said, the reaching is the important part. So when we are going through your YouTube, like
Yeah.
we have saw that you reached millions of families from your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty cool.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
really.
it's pretty cool.
So how do you think about the responsibility when your music becomes a part of a child's daily life?
Yeah, you're right. There is a responsibility. It's yeah, it's a little you're right. It's a little different than I mean, I'm struggling to remember what it's like to write adult music. I haven't written an adult song in years at this point. I'm scared I don't know how to do it anymore, um but yeah, there is a bit more of a responsibility there. You have to make sure what you're putting out there is, you know, I don't think everyone like I think most children's musicians I know do. And I don't want to get into that, but there's also like corporations that make children's music, and
Mhm.
you kind of have
Hmm.
to wonder how much soul is in this, you know? So yeah, you have to think about how genuine it like you have to I mean, you have to I want them to believe what I'm saying too, like the performance matters, like warmth matters, like even when we were mixing and I was like I want them to hear my voice. Like I think they have to hear my voice. Like it can't be buried behind something. You can't like you have to enunciate too, like like words everything matters and what you say and how you say it and like and it's yeah, it's kind of a lot of responsibility at the same time because
That's
like
interesting when you pointed out the
yeah.
mixing and
Yeah.
every word matters and your voice can be. Yeah, that is. I never
Yeah.
even thought of that.
Well, you want them to understand and like, and not everyone, processes music or information in the same way and so and like you're kind of like their guide to the music. You're like, "Here we go." Like, you know? So, I mean, that's just my philosophy, but I don't think the singing should be in the back. I mean, it's true of adult music too in a lot of ways too.
Right. But also what Suraj asked you about the responsibility aspect, right? Um, you think that also it's kind of almost comes to you when you're writing it. You're always
Mm.
thinking about it, like will this
Yeah.
work? Will it not work?
Yeah. I don't think I mean, it's conscious at first, but then I think the better I'm getting at it, the
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
I'm not thinking about like, "Oh,
It's just naturally it's coming.
yeah." It's like, well, kid is listening to that. Well, how are they going to hear this? Like, because they're not going to hear it the same way that an adult hears it, and so, but you just get used to it. You just becomes like that's why I don't know if I can write an adult song now. I'm like, yeah, I'm always constantly thinking about like, and you asked before like an inner kid. I think I'm always like, well, what would my inner kid want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hear?
yeah.
Would my inner kid like that? And like not all children are the same, and not adults are the same. So like
Yeah,
someone made well my inner kid likes maybe someone else. So you can't please everybody also, but you know
of
you,
course, of
you do your
course.
best and like and I truly believe most children's musicians are trying to, either educate or get kids moving or making them feel joy or maybe, dealing with a heavier emotion, sometimes a heavier topic in a way that they
Mhm,
can maybe relate to and understand. That's always really tricky.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, there's a big responsibility to how you present it. Like, you
Definitely.
don't want them to hear something inappropriate. You don't want like yeah. It's sometimes you worry about like, "Oh, is this the right thing? Is this" So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of responsibility. I honestly didn't like, I think about it, but now I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, actually, like, I should be more stressed." I should be more stressed, but yeah.
That's so cool, though. I mean, totally, totally. I mean, I can totally see. I'm sure in the earlier days you were like thinking a lot, and now you say it's like you're not thinking as much; it's just coming. But that
Yeah.
said, what are you currently working on, and how do you know, or when do you know rather a project feels ready to be shared with kids?
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's a good question. I'll answer the first part. Yeah, I'm working on a third album right now. I'm
Okay.
taking my time with it a little bit more on this one. Like I said, I wanted it's more personal. I really wanted to make something like I'm trying to listen to my inner kid more than anything, if that makes sense. Because I mean, and I think that's a good strategy most of the time. And it's just a different approach because the second album, really, a lot of it were like based off live performances. So, like, I
Uh,
tested those songs for like 2 years. I was like, I'm picking the ones that they like the most, which ones always kind of got a reaction. What, like, it was very, I was thinking about the kids most of all, and that's good. And I have no regrets about that. That's what the album needed, and that's just what I was doing at the time. But this one, I'm more thinking about it as an album, and I'm trying to think about it more like I'm doing it the opposite way. I'm making an album, and then I'm gonna maybe try and figure out how to perform that and see how like I can make that approachable instead of doing it the other way around, like taking performance songs, bass songs, and being like, okay, how can I make this like good on an album? How is this? Because it's
mm,
different. It is different. You can capture a live performance, but like they're gonna be listening to it in a different way. Maybe in a car, or maybe at home, maybe like you don't know, or in school. So it's so this project's a little bit more personal and a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm working on something what my inner kid would like, and themes about creativity and imagination, and like trying to hold on to that like childhood wonder and magic as you get older and you grow up, and um it's still a work in progress, so I'm not the most articulate when I'm talking about it,
and
but
in the general
yeah.
songwriting process, like
Yeah.
what I was asking you earlier with this same thing I asked you, when do you feel it's ready? When do you feel?
Yes, yeah.
Do you normally play it for other people, or what do you do? Kind of, what's your process?
The cool thing is I really I think hmm, I think as long as it has like a basic structure idea, I will try it out. Maybe I'm a little brave that way, I don't know,
Yeah,
but
oh, that's great. That's great,
um
actually.
yeah, no, and I'll test it out on kids. This one I'm not doing that as much, and I don't know why. Maybe I should. I sometimes do. I sneak one of them in. I'll sneak it in there, but I don't know. Um, yeah. So when I'm ready to do it, yeah, as long as I've had the basic structure, I'll
Basic,
go
yeah, yeah,
try
yeah.
it out. I'll go try it out, and then in the past, I was a lot more like, oh, they didn't like it, get rid of it. Like it was way too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
way too critical. And now I've learned like, oh no, sometimes like it really matters how you perform it. And like the first
yeah,
time I performed it isn't going to be that confident. Like,
yeah.
cause
And do
I'm
you?
like, I don't know if this is good. So they can tell that you're like, you're a little hesitant. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Have
it
you also
takes, yeah,
noticed, like, because I mean, Suraj, he writes songs, I write songs. Have you noticed, like, when you're in this writing process, you said you have this basic structure,
yeah,
idea, lyric, what have you,
yeah.
and you're going out and playing and you're seeing the response. But have you kind of taken back from there where, oh, you know what, now I can take these things back, and it's kind of shaped the song into completely something different over the
Yes.
period of time?
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely has. I'm trying to think of an exact examples, but it is, I'll do that. And I'm like, oh, I did with kids, like it's very playful. You could add something in like improvisational just for fun to make them laugh. And then you're like, "Oh, wow, what that should have been in the song. Why didn't I do that?" Like so there's a lot of feedback a lot of feedback like writing definitely changes. I think there's rarely a song I brought that was 100% like ready and then they were like, "Oh, this is great." No, it didn't, but through live performance it just changed over time for sure.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
No, re- really, I can
Good questions,
say
guys. I'm, like, trying to think about all this stuff. It's like, "Oh, this is good. These are good questions."
no, no. Thank you, thank you. No,
Yeah.
really. What I can say is like in our childhood period, the television, internet was literally
Yeah.
doesn't exist, and for us, it was a Cartoon Network. Like we saw many good cartoons like Dexter's and Courage the
Yeah.
Cowardly Dog and Roadrunner and many things. But now
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
so that was our, you can say, the anchoring point for a growing up, like learning from a different cartoons. But right now, I can say like we have you guys for the next generation who are
Yeah.
shaping their world in a very
Oh,
nice
that's
way.
Yeah.
well, I hope so. I mean, that's the hope, right? That's that you
Yeah.
hope. I mean,
No.
it's the same thing I felt as a music teacher. I just want kids to love music. Like if they do that, even if
Mhm.
they don't like, that's the thing about children's music is like eventually the kids do grow out of it. That's the thing. They're gonna grow out of it, and they grow out of you. But that's okay. Like if you like made them love music,
Mm,
that's like forever. That's the best. Like
yeah. Yeah.
and like you guys know we love music. Like music is the like it's such a big part of our lives. And yeah, whether someone's a musician or not, that's great. But like even just love, even appreciating music and having it in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
life is something
Yeah.
that's for life. That's like it's priceless. It's
Yeah.
absolutely priceless. So I mean, and then you hope maybe like they'll have kids and they'll be like, "Hey, I used to listen to this, this,"
Yeah. Yeah.
and they'll
Exactly.
pass it
Exactly.
on. You don't know, maybe they will. But little like I have things that I think about. I don't know if they're meaningful, and these are like well, no, I have some, but like my ultimate dream, I don't know if it would ever happen, but I love the show Sesame Street. It's I love that show so much. If I ever appeared on there, that would be it. I'd be done. I would never, that's the highest point for me.
Well, I
That would
hope you
be
do.
it.
We both
I,
hope you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but it was just like, it was so, that was the thing that made me like, that was my building block. I loved it. And, I still think about it all the time while I'm writing kids music. Like, that's the high benchmark for me. So it would be meaningful, I suppose. Yeah, it would be really meaningful. I probably would cry. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if I saw the Muppets, I would turn into like a 4-year-old. It's ridiculous. But that would be the dream. But I don't know. Creatively, I don't know. I don't know if I can even see that far. I'm really just one step at a time.
One
But
step at a time. Yeah.
um, yeah, I think what I really want to do with this album, and so maybe that's something I would really like to do, is have more collaborations with other children's musicians. That's not something
Mhm.
I've done a lot of, and and I don't know. I really wish I had been doing more of it. To be honest, I'd only collaborated with like one children's artist on the last album, and that's it. That's all I've done, and it was one of the most fun aspects of the whole album. So, um, if I could do that, if I could like really collaborate with other children's musicians and like bounce off them, that would be great. That would be a goal of mine, just to get like a few more songs with other children's musicians. That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have this network of these Grammy winning
Yeah.
members now, so I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
find it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just nice people. It's more on my end. I'm just like, it's not an insecurity. It's just like like I'm just very like timid in that way. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
bother you, and like I don't know what it is. Like if
It'll
someone
happen. I
asks,
think.
yeah, if someone asks me to collaborate, like, hey, can you come on my thing? I'm like, I'm there, I'm in. Like, I'll do anything you want. I'm there. But then like me asking, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Yeah,
I know.
but I have to
I
get
know
over
exactly
it.
the
No. No.
thing.
To get
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
So.
it's saying no. It's more important than saying yes. So I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
understand.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm always worried they'll be like, "No, no, no," but, like, they're always the nicest people, so, yeah,
It's really
yeah.
very fun and interesting aspect I learned from you today. We both learned from you today. So
Oh,
really,
thank you
so thank you so much, Shawnee, for spending this time with us. Like
thanks
we
for having
really,
me, I had a great time. These were amazing questions, like, I this was wonderful. Yeah,
we really appreciate the care, joy, and the intention you bring to your music and the kids who you experience it. Like,
thank you. Well, I hope I'm doing that. I'm
No, no,
oh,
no.
I
I
like
mean,
to.
we both enjoyed this conversation. It's a reminder that, creativity, play, and connection, they matter at every age.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think even in adult music, you have to have play in there. Like you just like you have to. Like it's. I mean, I would love to ask more about you guys too. I'm like so interested. But I might want to know your creative process now. Because like I don't know about you guys, but like like songwriting is playful, but sometimes it's like hard. It's like not.
It
It's
is.
not.
Yeah.
So it's like the balance of the two. Yeah, I think you have to have a balance. You can't be too serious, but you can't be like too, I don't know, not disciplined either. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know what you guys
No,
do,
no,
but
really.
how you do it.
You know, this
Yeah.
this was amazing. And so, it's almost an hour, really, but thank you so much. Thank you so
No
much
Thank you
for
problem.
so
I
much.
had a great
coming on
time.
our podcast.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I love it. Where are you guys streaming this? Like, where are you streaming this podcast? I'd love to check out more of it
Yeah.
because yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. Okay.
before finishing, to everyone who's listening, thank you for being here with us. If this resonated with you, share it with someone and who loves to listen some good music. Please check out Shawny's Instagram, it's Spotify, Apple Music, and do listen to his song, do follow him, and also check out our other episodes. And we will see you in the next episode of the Artist
That
Conversation.
and that answered your question. It's the artist
There you go.
conversation on YouTube. On our YouTube.
You answered it
Yep.
all.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah.
So that's great. See you in the
Awesome,
next
Shani.
episode, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks
having
a
me,
lot.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah.